Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Yellow Legacy Let's Play. Last time out we, or really just mostly Kimball, took down the Fire-type gym leader Blaine with ease, won a close fight against a new trainer, and slapped down and disrespected a legendary Pokemon. Today it's time to take on the final gym in Kanto in Viridian City. I grind a bit on the way there and then start taking out all of the trainers in the gym. This is one of the last good places to level in the game, so I take advantage and defeat every single trainer here. Our opponent's levels will be taking a big jump soon in the Elite Four, and I want to make sure we can compete without having to do a long grind session. Alright, time for the battle with Giovanni, but honestly, this one's a breeze. He leads with Dugtrio and I start with Stinky. Dugtrio outspeeds with a slash, but Stinky tanks it with ease and one-shots with Mega Drain. However, Nidoqueen comes out, and while Stinky survives one Ice Beam, the second one takes him out. Ron comes out and misses a Hydro Pump before landing the second one for the KO on the Queen. Persian comes out next and lands a massive Hyper Beam, but Ron barely survives and manages to take out Persian with 2 pumps while it recharges. Giovanni's next 2 Pokemon, Nidoking and Rhydon, just get outsped in one-shot by super effective Hydro Pumps, giving us an easy win in the 8th and final badge of the run. That's not the last fight of the day though, as Chunder challenges us to one last major fight before the Elite Four. The fight starts simple enough. I switch into Kimball, who tanks Jolteon well and then takes it out with Earthquake, and then eventually knocks out Pidgeot too with a Rock Slide and 2 strengths after a bit of tomfoolery. But then in comes the true menace of this fight, Exeggutor. I switch to Jimmy for the type advantage, but poor Jimmy is underleveled and only does about half with Flamethrower, allowing Exeggutor to activate Ultra Cheese Mode. He sets up Leech Seed, sleeps Jimmy, and then heals with Soft Boiled, and then repeats this process until Jimmy is in Solar Beam range and then takes him out. I bring out Susan's hoping for a one-shot with Drill Peck, but she just misses it, and then our poor birds suffer the same fate as Jimmy. They snooze and take chip damage while Exeggutor heals to full and then takes them out with Solar Beam. At this point I figured the only way to take out this cheese tree is with our own Cheese Lord himself, Stinky. And well, I'll just let you guys watch this one play out.
One hour later. Two hours later. 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards. It's done.
Well, now that that's over, we still have half a team to fight. Stinky takes out Marowak with ease before Chunder brings in Arcanine and I switch to Ron. Ron gets taken to about half by a Hyper Beam and I miss, but eventually Hydro Pump takes him out. Finally, out comes Alakazam. He hits us with a weak Tri-Attack and I retaliate with a strong Earthquake, but he takes out the weakened Ron. I switch to Kimball, but sadly he gets outsped in one shot by Psychic. Next up is Ron Jr., who takes Alakazam to 1 HP with a Body Slam before being taken out by a second Psychic. However, our Cheese Lord won't be denied, as he tanks a Tri-Attack and takes out Alakazam, winning us a crazy rival fight. Alright, to end today's episode, I'm going to kind of just do an unscripted chat about the team's moveset and kind of look forward to the Elite Four. Ricky Jr. in the top left, Pikachu, is going to definitely just kind of be our all-arounder. He'll be particularly useful against Lorelei, the first fight, but his really diverse moveset is just going to kind of be useful in general. Ninetales, aka Jimmy, is probably going to be most useful against the Ghost Trainer. Of course, Agatha. Nightshade is 60 damage Ghost move, special move in this game, so it's kind of useful. Ninetales will also just be useful generally as well, particularly against that rival fight, hopefully against that Exeggutor. Stinky has been super useful all around. I think Stinky will be really useful against Bruno, also pretty useful against the rival fight in general at the end. Onyx, wow, Kimball has been amazing the entire run as well. I think Kimball's going to be good against Bruno. Kimball's going to also be really good against Agatha, probably good against Lance particularly, and pretty decent against the rival as well. Kimball's just going to be really strong. Probably not against Lorelei, the ice and water moves will destroy him, but against everybody else, yes. Ron, the Blastoise, I think is going to be really useful, mostly against Lance and against his Aerodactyl. I'm thinking I'm going to definitely have him out, and against his Dragons. He's our only ice move, so I'm planning on using him heavily in that fight, and generally against the rival he should be useful as well. Dodrio should be really, really good against Bruno. Also against some of the Ice-type Pokemon and Lorelei with Jump Kick, has pretty good stab, or not stab coverage, but pretty good coverage move with that as well now. A couple things I'm thinking about replacing. I might go with Hydro Pump has been really unreliable for Ron. I might switch that out with Surf. And I also am going to try and find the TM for Hyper Beam and switch that out for Double Edge so that Susan's has a huge killer move at the end to kind of just finish people off. Let me know in the comments what you think of the movesets and what you all would do. Again, this is kind of just unscripted, kind of off the cuff, so yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble. That's all for today's episode. Tune in next time as we reach the climax of the game and take on the Elite Four and the Champion. As always, thanks for your support. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and comment below how you would approach the upcoming Elite Four with our team. Thanks again for watching. I'm out.